Right, so we're starting to essentially end the run, right? I don't just mean this run, I mean Side Dungeon 1 in general. I think time is coming to a close fairly quickly, probably, maybe this week worth of episodes, and then we're finito, something close to that. Basically, I'm looking for one last drop I think is not necessarily key, but going to be useful to finding everything we want. Candy Shell, right? But level 10, I don't think I have any, right? Because they should appear a bit later on, which is annoying. I'm following the wiki guideline, so they should drop between, I think it was 5,100 to 6,200. So I started at that, and then we got here to 9k, but it doesn't look like I got any, which is a bit unfortunate, because I'm trying to just stack as much item find as I can, right? So we can grind out the last few items that we're missing. I'm pretty sure at this point, it is basically just, no, there is still one more mythic weapon, but special items, right? There's a few rings that I know of that we're kind of looking for. I'm pretty sure they're later on though, in terms of Layer of Despair. I think they're 10k plus or something like that. Either way, that's the goal. The goal is to find max item find, then use that to find all the items, and then just play around with the end game stuff. I have unlocked the shifters and unlocked their stones, more or less, right? So we have a few fully done, but then stuff like the Berserker. I was curious how Unruly works if you don't unlock the Raw and the attack boost. It'd be kind of nice if the attack boost was before the Raw, right? So you could do like Unruly with a Dark Mage gem and still get the attack buff. I don't know. The Merchant, Wealthy, 20% gold gain seems nice. The other two seem useless, right? You don't want auto combat to actually use them, because I know AoE wise they cycle through and they just pick whichever AoE, randomly, I'm pretty sure. So for instance, the Knight, right? I don't have Smite. So for instance, if I were to use the Knight and Dark Mage, they'd either use Heaven Strike or Noxon, as the AoE. Either way, hey everyone, I'm Clue. Welcome back to Side Dungeon 1, right? Got to insert it somewhere. So what's the aim for today? Well, it's probably to get to the 50 caps, right? So we can start buying everyone else, right? You're 50? Yeah. Are they all 50? 50. I'm pretty sure they're all going to be 50, right? 100, right? Because you have the Stein and you're only 25. Still, maxing out caps is what we're trying to head towards. Can I see? We have 28 caps. So it's not too bad. I think going for the Wizard first is what you want, because they have the stronger AoE, correct? And then they also have the ability to increase warping. In terms of using caps to level up, I wish it was so easy to figure out. So when it was 2 caps, right, you want to use them once it's costing 4k essence. But now it's 3, that'd be equivalent to 6k. So it's always better, apparently, to just level up normally, convert gold to essence, and then just hold down the button to level things up. I don't know. I'll probably end up just using caps once we start, cycling into them. Once we start cycling into them a lot more. Either way, what's the go today? Either try out some interesting combos, which I don't think there's actually that many, right? I mean, maybe Magic Master plus Healer. No, they don't even get the passive, do they? Or I guess it just doesn't show, because the Nurse Healers, have Magic Adept, so 50% bonus, which isn't really that great. I think the ones I really want to go for are all of the special classes, right? So like the Gladiators perks, and then of course Wizard Dark Mage for max damage. Although, do you even really need the Dark Mage at that point, right? Is it worth giving up the slot? Either way, I'm going to grind out caps, and I'm going to grind out some more candy shells, right? I want level 10. I think it's later on, right? I'm sure we would have seen it by now. Might just start at, I don't really want to start 1, actually. What do we get? We got 8 from that. So I'm curious, right? Because if we're still getting 8, I guess it was either early on or later on. I'll follow the wiki. We'll follow the spice. I'm pretty sure, also, we've gotten all of the masks, right? I stayed on Halloween for a while and, just kept going till the pop-up no longer showed. I wish there was a log or something so you could see them all, but I assume I can count them out, but it looks like we have 20 or so I'll say we've done that. We've ticked that off. Anything else to go over quickly? No. Comp I'm sticking with is just 4 Dark Mages, 1 Shifter, with the Thief and Knight ability, right? I think that's best, and then max item finds using the fuzzy dice, right? What's our item find? 815. If we can get some better candy shields, I'll be happier. Although we do it, well, we have level 9 anyway, so it's not a huge increase. I should probably just go for for the best drops, and then we can try and equip properly. The screws would be nice to make use of now, since the damage is insane. Right, 999. Is this backwards? I feel like this should be the other way, right? It should say 12... No. Wait, what? Ah, it is. It's missing... Ooh. It's missing a 2. I guess it doesn't fit. Right? 2287. No, it's wrong completely. It's kind of subtracting. I don't know what's going on with that. That's interesting. But yeah, it would be nice to make use of the screws because that'll help us progress further. But yeah, I know. I like item find. I want to get all the max gear first before we swap into the endgame stuff. Anyway, I'm going to grind for a bit. Hopefully, once we come back, I'll have the caps. Right, not bad at all. 16 caps, 1.5 mil. Question is, do we get anything interesting? I'm looking more so for the accessories, as well as the candy shields, of course. Wishbone, that's a decent accessory, I think. Anything else? Rainbow shards, more of the spiraled steel. Candy shield, there we go, level 10, and we got all 5. Perfect. Right, so I don't have to grind low. I can essentially just go for the highest floors possible. Turn sound back on, hire our comp. 4 dark mages. One of you. How many are we short in terms of unlocking? 6. Okay, so it won't take too long. Probably end up grinding the, was it 50, 50, 100, 100, 225? I'll probably end up doing that before we come back. But we can go ahead, give everyone the better candy shield. Puts our item find to 52%. Right, so altogether we should be close to 1,000. Yep, so we are at 830. 52, 52, I guess they're not as big of an improvement as what I was thinking. Still, max item find, right? Could we get higher if we use shifters with Thief? Thief is only 20% and we're getting 35 from the fuzzy dice, so no. Right, because I'd only be 55 versus 70. Alright, so 830 without the android pets. Still decent, should help us find all the endgame stuff. I'm still not too sure. I'm pretty sure the only stat we're really looking for is magic crits and maybe essence, maybe, or damage reduction. But aside from that, or evasion as well, so probably the fabulous armor. Right, nothing else really impressive. What about weapons or shields? Weapon-wise, what do we have? Magic attack, magic crit, yeah, so magic crit and regen is probably what we're after. Anything else interesting? Magic crits and shield-wise, probably the candy shield. Maybe damage reduction once we're good in terms of the accessories, right? So we still have some important accessories to find, but then we can swap to the actual decent gear, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accessories to go. Spiraled Steel is also probably worth using, right? Just to up our attack. We lose a decent amount of item find though, but we could get a lot further, right? Because it's basically doubling our attack as it is. Probably even just run it on the first one, right? That's probably the better go. Or probably do that, in all honesty. And we should be able to get a lot further from this one Dark Mage. Although you sort of fall behind because you have to deal with the 2 enemy rooms. So I guess we'll do that. Right, we lose 140 item find, but I think the damage and the amount of progression might make up for it. Right, 200% crit damage. I am curious if crit damage affects magic crits. I assume it would, right? So if you have 100% mage crits... Oh, no, never mind. It's a different stat. It says mage crit damage. Maybe this is just physical crit. Interesting. It'll be interesting to figure out what actual accessories we want to use. But yeah, I guess I will just grind up the caps, and then we'll come back, and hopefully we can unlock all of the hero classes, so to speak. Right, so the spine screws are definitely putting in the work. Right, easily got to 1440. Oops, that was the wrong button. But I think I'm going to quit out, and I think I'm actually going to spend the caps. Right, I think I'm going to burn the gold, turn it... Ooh, Ring of Revenge, that is new. Do we get anything else? We'll look at it in the actual equipment screen. But yeah, I think I'm going to spend the gold, spend the caps, and try to just level up gold as much as possible, right? Because I think this is probably going to help out the most. And then I guess I'll leave it farming overnight and see how many caps we come back to. What do you have? Oh, right, because we have 50. So here's some interesting news. Our friend in the skies requests a meeting with you. Right, so this is the new shop. Where do I go? To the portal? Ah, will not reset. Perfect. Almost caught me there. Lucky I read it, right? I'm curious why that pop-up happens. I mean, I suppose so you don't think that is resetting. Okay, so we have relics for all of the extra heroes. Then we also have Combat Crush. So this is the physical attack soda. And then Relic of the Shifter. All of which require a lot of caps. So we'll probably focus on just buying the heroes first. Yes, return to the mortal plane. But, right, so those are, I guess, also things to add to the goal. So not just filling up the collection log, but I guess going for all the unlocks shouldn't be too difficult. The big thing, what's it doing? Right, higher the comp. 1, 2, 3, 4, one of you. Okay, so we got Ring of Revenge. 1 base HP when a team member takes damage. I guess if you start from the start, I suppose, but 1 seems pretty awful, right? If it was like, I don't know, 100 at this point. 100? Probably 10. 10 at this point would be fine. Or even just equivalent to the relic, maybe. Anyway, the spiraled steel is definitely what we want to just aid our progression. But yeah, we want to find the rest of those special items, right? So that Ring of Revenge is one of the 5. Okay, let's just dump the gold. Convert. We will level up this as much as possible. Not quite 700. In fact, I spent too many. Oh well. And then 3. Right, so it'll be equivalent to 6,000. So it is still better to use that, but I think just for the sake of progression, I'm going to do this. Burn through them all. So I think, you know, as long as we get it high enough, right, we should be able to get back caps decently. I'm curious though, is this going to go up? It should, right? It has to, right? Because if this gets over 10, then there's no point in not just using the 1. Do we do it anyway? If I didn't go to 81, could have done perfectly. I do need some extra gold though. How much can I get? 2 mil. It's not that much, right? That's, I mean, 400 isn't anything horrible, but I would kind of like to be able to go straight to 1440. Why don't we do this? We'll go to 2k, 2.9. We should be able to clear it, right? We'll go to, should get tons of gold off of this, right? Yeah, it's 49,000. Yeah, so it shouldn't take too long to get enough gold to convert to essence. Right, 100 mil, that should do. You can go ahead and exit. And we should be able to start at around 10k. I think 10k onwards is where the rings drop. So I think that's probably where we would like to start. How much can we get? Yeah, easy, 20k. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 shifter. And then grab these spirals as well. Right, do I go for... Would crits equal more damage? Surely not, right? 999 is probably most. You know what? It would be funny if, was it, Noxin doesn't use attack in the calculation, because I know some of them use like MP. Let me look it up. We're all good. According to the wiki, it's 0.6 attack. So yeah, screws on them is good. Anything else? Still sit with the item find because we want to get all the rings. And yeah, that should do it. Cool. Convert the rest. This time keep 10k. Put the rest in. Oh no, don't put any in. It's costing a lot now. Right, so I'd say caps are definitely better. What's the math on this? Oh, that's not the right one. Gold. So it's 8 caps per 100. So per equivalence, 5k gets us 1 essence. So it's equivalent to 8 billion gold divided by 5,000. Nets us 1.6 million essence, right? Which then we divide that by 14,400. 14,408. There's actually an easier way. It's fine. That'd get us 111 levels. So yeah, so I think it's always still better to just use essence over caps. But at the same time, can you go over in gold, right? If I turn this off, if I turn off the caps, we can go greater than 1.5 billion? I would assume so. So it's probably better to stock that up and then not bother with the caps and use that to level up essences. Right, it'll just take you longer, but be more efficient. Either way, it's fine. Start at 10k, and then, yeah, I'll leave it overnight, and hopefully we get a decent chunk of caps, enough to unlock everyone. Pretty sure we will. Pretty sure it won't take too long. Alright, I'm curious how much gold we're getting. Sorry, I don't know why the game is so loud. Like, in comparison to the tavern area, so I don't want to lower it, considering that's where we do most of our talking. But yeah, we're getting close to 10 mil. Right? It's especially off of the 4 enemy rooms. Look at that. So 60 mil from 10 floors. Yeah, so it shouldn't take too long at all to really get the caps going. Well, going off of this page, I'm going to assume we've probably found all the rings. Maybe even completed the whole collection log. Feel like there might be a weapon we're still missing. But either way, 118 caps, not quite the 225 I wanted, but still, you know, decent amount. Let's see, not you. Items, also sorry, let me unmute. Special items, full. Yes, so that's all done. Although we don't have full sets, right? So I want 10 of every accessory, special item, right? So that I can equip it on everyone if need be. But that's shields done as well. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Armor, perfect, and weapons. No, so there are still 4 weapons missing, which are just the unlocks, right? From getting the classes. So we are basically done. We might as well grab you. 50, and I want the gladiator. Right. Pretty nice. Do we automatically get the weapons? We do. Right, so the Gladius and the Ganala, right, if I'm pronouncing it right. So that should be 2 done. And we just have the other 2 to get. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Well, okay, I guess I'll continue grinding. I don't think there's anything else to much go over. I do want to unlock the shifter stones for these 2 characters specifically, right? I think branding is nice to run, maybe. Back attacks, I don't know if spells can back attack. Maybe Necroblast can, right? But not AoE, something like that. Brash is a bit annoying, but oh well. And then the Wizard, obviously Eviscerate is our highest damage ability, so that's what we really want. And then of course, Precognition and Sage. I'm curious, can this stack, right? So obviously you can't hire more than 1 Wizard, right? Yeah. But if you unlock the stones, can we use more than 1, maybe? Or even just a Wizard and a Shifter with the stone? I don't know. Be fun to look at. The rings, before we go. Ring of Revenge. Not good. I don't think that's worth running. Ring of Siphoning. 1 plus crit bonus. That is very nondescript, right? Is that crit chance? Is that crit damage? I'll have to look that up. But that might be worth using, because I'm pretty sure we're meant to transition into magic crit. Ring of Riches. This one seems great. +1 gold fine, so I'm assuming that's percentage per chest. 3 per 10 floors. You know, it's going to stack up really quickly, so I probably do want a full set of them. Triumph, 1 cap. Okay, we want a full set of them. Never mind. And Peril, 2 attack for each trap encountered. We're running Knight, so we're never going to encounter traps. We just want more Ring of Riches and more Ring of Triumph. Cool. Doesn't mean I have to stop running as many fuzzy dice yet. The fuzzy dice is how we get the rings. Curious. I guess we'll run this to scale up, and then we'll run the fuzzy dice to try and get all the items. I'll probably do that in between this and the next one. Same with unlocking the shifter stones. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Right. Good way to end it. Finding all the rings. Thought it was going to take longer. But yeah, that is essentially the log done. Right. I just have to unlock the other 2 classes. Can't see how many caps I have. I have 49, so I can't even grab 1 more. Unfortunately. Right. We can't hire you. And then the owner is 100. Yeah, so 101 to go. Then that's all the log stuff done. I guess we just play for a little bit till we get bored. Anyway, hope you enjoyed nonetheless. See you next time.